Hey everyone, today I'm gonna go over how much house you can afford when purchasing a house in California. My name is Tristen. I am a local top producing realtor. I make these videos so you can make the best decision for you and your family, especially in the long term. Buying a house is a big deal and I take it very seriously. If you like these videos, subscribing is awesome. Please reach out anytime. People call and text me all the time, and I am never too busy to talk to you about your home buying dreams. Okay guys, so let's get into it. I'm gonna screen share with you my housing budget, and if you go to the link below in my description, I'll be happy to share this with you. Okay guys, so let's do the screen share together and go through this budget. Because we are in San Diego and the median income is about $85,000 per year, that's what we're gonna put in here. And you can change this when you get the download from me in any way you want to. Monthly, so we have a monthly right here, our net income, we need to take taxes out. So generally about this time, I like to say it is gonna be about a 20% tax. So we're gonna give it a tax rate right here, tax rate, and we're gonna give it we're gonna say it's gonna equal 20% of this. So this number is actually going to be 7,083. Gotta love Uncle Sam. Minus 1417 is going to be that number. So roughly you have about $73,000 to play with. This is where we're going to start putting what our expenses are in here. Usually water for a house is about, I don't know, $50 to $100 every 2 months. My electrical runs about $200 a month. My internet's about $100. My phone is about $100. My car insurance is about $100. So we're not going to include, I mean, we can do our investments so you can play more with here. But let's say you're spending $650 on groceries, miscellaneous household, cars and gas. I don't have any childcare. Car payment. This is where you start to understand, what you have going on here. Hopefully you have no debt, but let's say you have some things here. And then your non-essentials like Hulu, all of these things, memberships. Maybe you got a gym membership for $30 a month and some other subscriptions. So we're just gonna put some numbers in here. We're gonna be pretty loose. I like to eat out, so I probably spend a little bit more than that actually. So you can see where we are spending money here, right? So now we're gonna go to the what you can afford tab, which is a great house or great tab. So really right now, because of you have your gross income and this would be, if you're spending this much, that's 51% on your housing income, right? So it's gonna give you these prices here, right? Here's your wild cards. So a $2,800 payment is actually not that much. It's gonna be starting with depending on your down payment, okay? So now we're gonna play with the numbers here. So your budget right here is gonna be, your leftover savings, what you're doing, your macro budgets, and you can tighten up the numbers here if you want to kind of play with them. The next part of this is gonna be optional, your current budget. So if you do have a current budget, super awesome to put it in there. There's some great software called You Need a Budget. I use QuickBooks, and that's a great way to get started on this. So now if we're looking at the other ways that this is so good to actually start to play with this. Once we go from here, we're gonna start to look at ilikerealtor.com, or I'm actually gonna put a link to my mortgage calculator. So we said we can afford about $2,800 a month. That's about 50% of your income after taxes. That is pretty normal here in California to pay about half of your money that way. So right now, if you're gonna buy, we can say Los Angeles, we can say San Diego, and we're gonna say California, and we're gonna give it a home price. So this is the wild card right here. So the average median home price right now is roughly 926,000. Sorry about that. So the average home price is pretty high for a single family home here, which may make you not want to move here, and I can totally understand that. You also have estimate closing costs. It's not really 4%, it's more like 2%. So I would not worry about this just yet. Let's say you're going to put 20% down. You have a 30% fixed rate. Right now we're at about 5.10. Your property taxes, it's going to already figure this out for you, and that's how much you pay per year. Home insurance is giving you one. This is if you have no HOA, and you'll have no mortgage insurance because you're putting a lot of money down. So right now, look at this. This is out of our budget. So we're going to have to start to decrease this into an amount that can be in our budget, okay? So we may be starting closer. Let's try even a $500,000 house, okay? So we're still out of our budget. Our principal is really good. Our property taxes is here. Our home insurance is here, but we don't have any of these things. Don't worry about that number because 4%, that's really high. If you can put more down, great. If this is still too high and you don't have a combined income to make that work, then to make your budget work, we really need to be looking at $550,000 per month, right? And we'll have to get really tight on this. Now, why would we actually want to do this? Because yes, it's probably more than your rent, but you are going to start to increase your equity, which is really going to help you build your long-term wealth. So let's say you buy a house that is $550,000, and every year you're making 3% equity on that. It's compounding every year into a forced savings account that you're going to have, so that when you go to sell your house, you have money that you can take out and put towards buying another house or moving somewhere else or investments or anything like that. So I hope you find this helpful. Please let me know what questions you have. It's really a tight situation for a lot of people, whether they can buy a house right now or not. If you want to use my seller buy down rate and my technique for that, that's something that we can really get closer on, but that's a very unique tool and only some agents do that, something I do, so you may want to consider chatting with me about it. Thanks guys again for watching, and I look forward to helping you buy a house.